Hello my lovely Morbid thoughts, welcome back to my channel. It is Morbid Gamer here, back with another video, back with another must-have mod. This is like a game changer, and based on the title, I know that you know we're talking about wonderful Whims. This is the mod that we're going to be looking at. It is by a Turbo Driver. It has a very famous mod that it's attached to, and that is Wicked Whims. Wicked Whims I've been using for a very long time, and it is an awesome mod. It is like so in-depth. It is game changing, so many systems in place, and it's all free. It is just so good. However, there is a big but. That mod is of course an 18+ mod. It is very adult themed. It is not for everyone, and I understand that and I get that. So I think what's really awesome about Turbo Driver is that he went and took that mod and made an in-game friendly rated T for teens version. So if you're not about that life, the Wicked Whims life, then here's an option for you. And this one, it just brings in so much more realism. So I'm just gonna stop praising this mod and let it just speak for itself. There should be timestamps down below just in case you're looking for something more specific that I'm talking about. Without further ado, let's get into the game. So here we are at the BFF household. First thing we're gonna look at is the Attractivness System, which is personally my favorite just because traits in this game aren't the best. I don't think they set Sims apart, but this system actually makes me feel like Sims are different, have different tastes, and they're not all the same. So clicking on your Sim, you can take a look at your Sim's preferences, what it is that they like, what it is that they see in a Sim and just makes them go like, oh yeah, I like that Sim, they're for me. Or you can also develop not only your Sim, but the world around you, your family, your whole save file, yada yada, you get the point. And there is a lot to go through. So I suggest downloading this mod and checking it out for yourself because it is very in-depth. But skimming through some, your Sims can have a preference for sex, female or male. In Liberty's case, she is into female Sims and not so much male Sims. She prefers a female appearance. You can have an occult preference. So she has no occult preference. She just likes humans, but she hates aliens and she hates mermaids. Oh, and ghosts. I can relate to the ghost one. And she has no preference for age, but you can totally set that. It gets more advanced down to the voice, their hair attractiveness traits, eye color, teeth condition, skin details, the way a Sim is built, even down to the way a Sim is dressed. So I've taken my Sims out. This system is really good for storytelling. So I'm gonna make all of the BFF household scope their surroundings to see if they find anybody that they're attracted to. You'll get a notification and it says after Summer finished scoping the room for attractive faces, she noticed a few that sparked her interest. Spot pulsating hearts to recognize attraction. So you'll see pulsating hearts above a Sim, and apparently there's black hearts for somebody they think is really not cute at all and they dislike. Oh, it seems we got competition. I think Liberty and Summer both are liking this Sim a lot. Okay, so they're gonna have to battle that one out. And then Travis is really into Brent. Oh my gosh, he's married. Do you like my voice? He said. Brent said, no, I don't actually. Oh, well, what really drives it home is that sometimes you'll even get an attractiveness alert, which is more rare. It definitely makes it feel like Sims might be soulmates when you get this because it doesn't happen as often. You'll get this strong magnetic relationship with somebody. Clearly it's not happening tonight. Oh my gosh, and just as we were about to leave, we finally got an attractiveness alert. So this is what I was talking about. She is super duper attracted to Candy Bear. She is super flirty now. She's had a breathtaking encounter. She can't believe her eyes. Candy is just her soulmate. So we have to at this point make an introduction. Candy and Liberty just meant to be. I totally ship it. She's flirting. She's flirting back. Okay. She whipped out the mistletoe kiss. Okay, cool. They are really vibing. So there you go. There you have it. I think this just better brings gameplay. If you're ever curious about what a Sim is into, you can also ask about attractiveness preferences, and then the Sim will tell you, I like green hair color. So then Liberty might go ahead and dye her hair green just for Summer. I don't know, if she really wanted to impress her. Next thing that I want to look at is impressions. Impressions is wonderful Whims version of personalities, different traits. There's a total total of 9, and everybody has different ones. You'll get these pop-ups of personality archetype hints. So summer holidays show signs of the innocent personality archetype. You should go ahead and read. I will leave a link down below to like the post about impression and what it is that it means for your Sims. Liberty has a jester personality and a sage personality, so they might not fall in line together when it comes to personalities, but we're just gonna use them anyways. We're gonna be ourselves. However, if you didn't want to, you can definitely fake a personality archetype just to get to know them better, or like better like you, make an impression. So I think she's vibing her jester side, not so much her sage side. See? Okay, so yeah, she definitely hates when I use her sage personality archetype. This definitely makes it a little harder, a little more of a challenge to better get to know somebody and have them actually like your sim. There are social penalties here, so there's actual consequences, and it's definitely another part of this mod that I appreciate and just brings so much life to the Sims. Just for funsies, let's check out what Travis is. He's a hero and a sage archetype, and Summer is a innocent and jester. Oh, that's why they were getting along, because she's a jester. She has a jester personality archetype, and so does Liberty. That makes sense. The next thing we're gonna look at is the woohoo part. So this is the big difference between Wicked Whims and Wonderful Whims. This is very much in-game woohooing that's gonna be going on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and have them hook up just so we can see what this system brings. We do have condoms that you can get in Build By. If you look up condoms, there is the single versions and there is a whole box, because your Sims are gonna need this, especially with this mod, because maybe you don't always want pregnancies, you know, just like in real life, or you might not want to get certain diseases that come with woohooing. So Travis got used one of the condoms he gave him. Another form of contraceptions is also for women. They have pills, birth control pills. What you need to do is unpack the box, and from there you can take a pill, and after that it should she'll just take it automatically on her own. But if you want to be a little more realistic, you can always disallow that, and then you can do it yourself, just so you can be more on top of it. Maybe there's some consequences. Sometimes you don't always take it on time or right. And then the same way works for like the box or the condom boxes. You just unbox it, and then there you go, voila. They will automatically use them every time. If you don't want them to automatically use it every time, just disallow that. The next system we want to look at is the menstrual cycle system that comes with Wonderful Whims. So upstairs, I've already gone ahead and bought both Liberty and Summer a Wonderful Whims tampon and pad box, just so we can see both options. So you're gonna go ahead again, open the box, unpack the box, and then inside you should get a good amount of both menstrual pads and tampons to use for your Sims. And using the toilet seat, you can now use either pad or tampon, whichever it is you have. Now this is really realistic, because that's how life works. Unless you haven't gotten that talk yet, but that's how life works. It is an option to turn these things off. Obviously, when it comes to your pregnancy settings, you can have it just be the regular in-game stuff, or you can have the menstrual cycle system turned on instead, whichever one you prefer. But I actually like this a lot better. I think it's very realistic. This is how Mother Nature works. This is how babies are born, you know, so it adds more real life stuff. Things are a little bit more complex. It's a little harder, and I just really appreciate that, okay? Personally, for my gameplay style. There's also a wonderful chill pill that you can take. It is for mood swings that your Sims might have during their period. Your Sim's menstrual cycle is dependent on your Sim's lifespan. So depending on if it's long, short, normal, that's what your Sim's menstrual cycle will be based on. So when they ovulate, how long their period is, fertile windows where your Sims can get pregnant. So taking a fertility awareness test, which I'm gonna have Liberty do just to see where she's kind of at. It is saying Liberty resulted in a 7% chance of becoming pregnant. So that's pretty low. So she just woohooed with Travis. She's not pregnant because 7% is pretty darn low. Something that I didn't even realize before is there's also a period tracker on your phone that you can check. I like how she's going all the way outside to check this. So it says Currently, you're at day 5 of your cycle out of 8 days. Next PMS is coming in 2 days. Next period's in 3 days. The most fertile day is coming up in 1 day. Next ovulation day is coming up in 2 days. So it's a lot of information. So you can also buy, like, I think this is a little bit more realistic than just buying it in Build Buy, but you can also go out and buy like tampons using the phone app and condoms and birth control and chill pills, all that. There is a fertility treatment if you really want to just get pregnant. You do have to pay. Liberty Lee received a temporary fertility treatment. Her chance of becoming pregnant will now be higher during the next ovulation. After the next ovulation ends, treatment will lose its potential. So now she actually has a 43% chance of becoming pregnant. Let's go test this out. It still might not happen. 43 is still pretty low. We got the alert, no protection was used. So now she is pregnant. So the fertility treatments worked. Oh no, our soulmate. Hey beautiful, do you want to go on a date today? I can't wait for you to get ready. We're a little busy right now. She's kind of a little pregnant. The last thing that I want to go over is actually the diseases in the game. So currently in the game, there is crabs. That is a form of lice that you get from woohooing with partners. Definitely woohooing without protection. It might have been that vampire that Travis slept with. Who knows? But he is infected. And oh no, he gave it to Liberty because they also were trying for baby. Great. Thanks for passing it on. The gift that keeps on giving. So he's currently infected. The only way to get rid of this problem is to definitely buy some lice killing shampoo. You just hop in the shower, and while your Sim's in the shower bathing, just ignore Liberty. It has to be in a shower. While they're in the shower, you'll have the option to use the shampoo, and voila, you've gotten rid of it. But it is a nuisance. Your Sims will be very uncomfortable. They will not enjoy the experience, and yeah, it's kind of like a little consequence for being so reckless. So there you go. There you have it. That is wonderful Whims. It is such a great mod. Adds so much stuff and so much depth to your game. I will leave a link down below so you guys can check it out. It is free 99. If there are certain aspects of this mod that you just don't want to see in your game, you don't agree with, you don't care for, you can always turn those things off. There are settings, but I guarantee you won't be disappointed by this mod. That's it. That's all that I have to say. Let me know down below. Do you have this mod? Are you gonna get this mod? Have I convinced you, or you're just like, nah, it's not really my playstyle. I prefer things just a lot more simple, and that's okay too. I will see you all in my next one. Bye for now. Happy simming.